I pet that dog?
No, no, no.
Can I pet that dog?
You can't.
No.
Can I pet that dog?
Alright, what's going on, guys? Logan JYA here, and I'm joined by my boy Michael, who ended up doing pretty well at a regionals with our favorite deck. You know it, you love it, Drytron or Drytron. So, Michael, first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on your performance. Tell us, what place did you get? And give us some shout-outs, bros. Is anyone you want to shout out? Now's the time to do it.
I got 13th place, and shout out to my friend who drove to my house to get my wallet.
Oh no, you forgot your wallet?
I forgot my wallet on the way to the regional.
Oh my gosh, your friend is a real freaking homie, my guy.
Yeah.
Cool,
the
man.
day.
He definitely did, and you did well as well. So you got your invite, that's for sure, yes?
Yeah, I did get my invite.
Awesome, and are we going to see you at Nationals next year?
Depends on how close it is to where I live.
Fair enough. TBD on that front. But Michael, without further ado, please do grace us. Let's dive on into this profile.
Alright, playing big guy, little guy.
So you got one dad, one regular Draco Nids, and then the one Medionis Ritual spell. Sounds good.
A lot of people are very controversial on this, but I'm just playing one Benta and one Diviner.
Okay, so let me ask you a question on this real quick. Is your main deck count 40 cards?
It's 44.
44, only one Diviner and one Ben 10. I may have some more questions about this later on, but let's continue through the list.
2 Nova, the 2 Fafnir,
Triple Nova, 2 Fafnir, alright.
3 Cyber Emergency,
3 Emergency, okay.
Burial,
Force
3
Burial.
Gamma,
So, okay, we're here on the names now, guys. We got Triple Gamma,
3 Delta,
Triple Delta,
3 Alpha, 3 Zeta,
okay.
3 New 2,
3 new 2. There's the new 2 jump scare. We got 3.
and then 3 Zeta. Just max
Okay.
name.
Interesting. So maxed out on every single name. No beta here. Have we given any thought to beta?
No, that card's dog water.
There we go. If you play beta, you are a beta. Fair enough. Let's rock on.
You know, the 1-for-1,
Yep.
maybe Startic.
All right, we're still playing your Sartron 2 as an extender. I haven't seen the formal win con yet, so let's keep going. Main deck
Now
sphere
on to
modes.
the tech choices. I have 3 Sphere mode in the main,
Okay.
2 Ulti Slayer,
Okay. So you guys remember we did our profile with Angel. He was a big fan of Ultimate Slayer as well.
goes so hard into the Snake Eyes boards. 2 Thrust, 2 Talents,
Okay, okay.
followed by Dark Ruler,
Main deck Dark Ruler.
3 Droplet.
And Triple Droplet. Does it better than any other deck.
There's a 2nd Thrust.
And then there's the second thrust. So we got, I'm just going to run through it one more time. We got 2 Thrust, 2 Ultimate Slayer, 1 Dark Ruler, Triple Droplets, and Triple Sphere Mode in the main as our going second cards. Let's spend some time talking about this. What led you to go with Sphere Mode in the main board as your main going second card?
I built my deck mainly to beat the Snake Eyes Fire King with the Caesar.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't beat that card, you just lose on the spot. So, like, that's what my whole deck's built around, and this guy just tells your opponent to die, essentially.
Fair enough, that's true. Now, I do have a follow-up question for you. In my opinion, it can be a little tricky to remove the Sphere Mode after you put it up there. How were you getting rid of it? Were you giving them another turn, or what was your point of removal to get it out of there?
There's lines in the extra deck to do that. Sometimes when you go to break their board, you just you set up your board with follow-up and you just get rid of all their stuff. So
And
it's not always a win going second immediately.
Okay, fair enough. Now, on that very same note, I do got a flag here. We don't have, you know, everyone knows Drytron is notorious for the evil win conditions. We see our man Ben with Secret Village combo. We see Vanity's Ruler and End the Magic Key in Miles' list. And that's the build that I've been playing most recently, is playing the new 2 build, but with Vanities and the Magic Key. I'm seeing none of those here. We've got a very focused list on just playing with the Drytron cards. Tell me, what does a standard end board look like for you, and was it enough, or were you getting your boards cracked sometimes?
My standard end board was usually IP, Mu Beta, and Big Guy.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds good.
It's
And
just,
was it enough?
It was enough. The majority of the time, yeah.
Okay.
Usually, if I go full combo, my opponent would just scoop after a couple card negates.
Interesting. Now, on that note, how was it playing through hand traps? You've got a big focus on engine, you know, maxed out the names, and we've heard from other players and felt it in experience. Having that additional engine is good for pushing through hand traps. What kind of hand traps were your opponents hitting you with, and how were you able to deal with them?
They were hitting me with Impulse, Ash, just the standard hand products, Imperm, but you just draw at least like 3 names, and you don't even got to worry about it with the new 2 deck. The math is supposed to be you have a 90% chance of drawing at least 2 of them going first. So you're just most of the time you're playing through hand traps, unless they just have like all the hand traps.
Fair enough, fair enough. And sometimes they're just built different. What can we say?
Yes.
Well, I dig this. I dig the main list, but I do want to roll back around 1 Diviner and 1 Ben 10. You're playing a very consolidated amount of ritual monsters. Some would say that's a good thing. Less bricks. The rituals don't do anything on their own. You need them with Drytrons. But
yes. Did
you ever find yourself running out of targets? Was this enough? What would you do if the Diviner got negated?
I usually just didn't care. If they were to negate the Diviner, I would go for the move beta play, or I would just do something entirely different. And a lot of people weren't hitting the Diviner. They were hitting the move beta, which I was confused about. But when they did negate the Diviner, I usually had enough gas in my hand to just go move beta and then hard summon the dude out of grave.
Okay, okay. Now, I have a follow-up question. This is kind of a fun one here. Did you ever find yourself making hard summoning Herald of the Arclight with a Diviner?
No. I didn't play any spell matchups.
Okay, alright, all good. Fair enough. On that note, let's rock on into the extra deck.
Okay.
Oh, you're getting excited about this. Now we got more spice coming, boys. Alright, let's check it out. All good.
2 move beta, Dynamon.
Alright, we got 2 more betas in Dino.
Downerd, MVP of the day.
Fuko. Alright, turn him a little bit more towards us.
Fuko.
Okay.
He was crazy.
Good. Yeah, Fuko goes hard. So let me ask you this quick follow-up question. Did you find yourself getting drolled?
Yeah, I got drolled a couple games going the first game. But I ended up summoning Fuko literally almost every game of the day. Every time one of my friends walked by, they saw the bird on the board.
And was Fuko enough?
It was. A lot of the times, if I could just break most of my opponent's board, set up Fuko, and have follow-up for next turn, they're just cooked. And then Entis, obviously.
Yep.
I'm playing the IP.
Yep.
Now we're playing the access code line.
Okay.
Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn.
Okay,
They
so
did a really good job today.
So we got two Nightmare targets, both Phoenix and Unicorn, climbing up into an access code, and I think I see Anima on the left there as well.
Yes.
So how did this perform for you? Would you say that you prefer access code to something like Boral Sword? Did you ever find yourself reaching it for damage, or was it usually just to pop stuff?
Usually, I would get the damage I needed with the ritual.
Right.
So I would just make Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, get the 2 pops, and then the Unicorn, and I have like 10,000 on board.
Nice, nice.
And this just allows you to play through way more than you should be able to.
Okay, all right. I'm digging it. Listen, you and Miles and everybody else I've been talking to have been turning me into a convert, which is a shame because I freaking love Boral Sword. Everyone knows I love Boral Sword, but we're gonna have to send them off.
Natasha version.
True. Oh, and I love Natasha too. Oh, it's okay. Let's keep rocking on. Let's see the spice.
And then we were playing Black Rose. This card won me like multiple games yesterday.
So let's pause on Black Rose for a second here, because I used to play this card back in the day too. I haven't played it since, you know, oh gosh, I can't even remember. It's been probably 2 years since I've really realistically played Black Rose. Tell me, what situations did you find yourself summoning the Black Rose in?
When you're going second and like you're just able to make Diviner in level 1, if they're not expecting it, they always get hit off guard by this. I've never cut this card.
I love it.
And then
wow.
it's just to bait out their stuff, and then you use your engine to play through the rest, and then whatever non-engine you have in hand.
Makes sense. I love it. Awesome. And we got 2 cards left. I'm going to take a guess. One of them's got to be Zeus.
Yep, and then
all right.
SP.
And SP. Okay, that makes sense. So we got a strong 15. The spiciest card in that extra got to be that Black Rose. I love seeing it make a return. That definitely goes hard. And since we're focusing so much on the Drytron engine rather than playing the alternate win conditions, that really does save you space in the extra. Now that we're done with the main and the extra deck, I gotta ask, was there be anything that you could see yourself changing in the future, or did it perform as you like?
It performed perfectly for this format. I wouldn't change anything.
Okay. Well, let's check out that side deck then.
We were playing 3 Fuvalos that weren't mine.
All right, so we're borrowing Foolus. That's the main and extra deck special summon draw cards.
Yep. 3 Cosmic,
All right.
3 Droll. Didn't come up at all yesterday.
So you weren't drawing others. That's interesting. I think it's a decent card into the Fire King Snake matchup, and I think there's also a lot of other decks like the FTKs that we still see running around, and some rogue decks as well that Droll puts in work against. But we'll talk about this more when you get to your matchups. Were you saying this underperformed?
Yeah, I didn't see any decks. Now it's time for the degenerate stuff.
Okay.
Harpy's Featherstorm, D-Barrier, and Vanity Driller.
Oh, so the ruler was in the side. All right, let's
Yes.
tell me a little bit about this.
This is... I put this in the main deck when I'm going first. It's just for when you get Fugalos.
Okay.
Don't give them any draws.
That's facts. You could just give him 0. Search off your Ben 10, call it a day.
And then we were playing the Natasha in the side,
For time.
Lancia, and
Yep.
Featherstorm.
Or Feather Duster. Yep. All right. Wow, that's a clean, consolidated package right there. I really like that. So you said Droll underperformed. Would you see yourself cutting it for something else, or do you think it's still a necessary evil?
I think I would cut it for something else.
And what would that be?
I don't know, but definitely not this.
All right, fair enough. It underperformed. All right, well, we're through the deck now, but I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the matchups. If you remember them, feel free to run through it, or if not, what were some of the memorable ones?
I played a bunch of Snake Eyes yesterday. My first matchup was Tenpai, which I ended up leaving Fuko on board for 4 turns straight. And he just sat there and cried because he couldn't beat over it.
Wow, okay. He just chose not to swing into it?
No, I just I had the Drytron guys out, so I just stopped him from doing stuff. And then he had so many hand traps in his hand. I had to stall him for 4 turns to be able to start playing.
Fair enough.
And then I played against a lot of Snake Eyes yesterday. Snake Eyes Fire King.
And what's the
That
game
matchup-
plan when we go against Snake Eyes Fire King?
The game plan is to draw a ball or any non-engine, or you're cooked.
Wow, all right.
Or you need a lot of gas to play through their board.
Did you find yourself winning those die rolls, or was it like, yeah, I was seeing the non-engine I needed to, and I could just push through?
It was generally the non-engine.
Okay. And we talked about this, we mentioned this earlier. How are we removing that sphere mode after we stick it up?
Usually just access code.
Access code pop? Yes, sir. That'll do it. Yeah, it can't be targeted and it can't be destroyed by battle. I think that's right. Okay.
And then I played against Memento yesterday. It was just free.
I played against that for the second time ever over the weekend, and that deck surprises me. But I think we have a decent matchup against it. Is that fair to say?
It did a lot, but I just drew Droplet.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Easy mode.
And then the next game I drew Sphere Mode.
Nice. And any other notable matchups?
I played against what's that deck that sets stuff face down? Mimigol. I played against Mimigol for the second time ever.
Okay. And how'd that go?
I disrespected it way too much, and I just fumbled against it.
Oh no! Well, that's a good transition. Let's hear about what your record was.
I was X2.
X2?
9
Okay.
rounds.
Very good. And that puts you in 13th.
Yes.
Very good. So we did lock and load the invite, and we may be seeing this man at Nationals next year. All right, listen, Michael. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing the list. Going forward, you say nothing you'd see yourself changing outside of the Drolls?
Yep. Everything other than that feels fine.
Cool. And what words of encouragement do you have for fellow Drytron duelists?
Believe in yourself, and also play Sphere Mode.
Play Sphere Mode. All right, guys, you heard it here first from Mr. Michael. Everyone give this man the shout-outs and the praise he deserves in the chat, in the comment section down below. Don't forget to smash that like button, and we'll see you guys next time. Logan JYA signing off for a great day. We'll see you beautiful people later. Peace.